Alright folks, I'm sitting here going through the geology report of Bud Shelton, who originally did a geological report on the Rockwall. Shelton originally had stated he thought the wall was a man-made creation, but then reneged on that once he started finding out how old it was. But I came across something here. I thought I would put this video up because this is absolute proof. I mean, I already proved it in my new film, The Lost Secrets of Ancient America, Volume 2, which is on sale right now. But, I mean, it says right here in black and white in the geological report on the Rockwall, the main contention from the History Channel was that the paleomagnetic data said that it was a natural formation based on the magnetic signature going in a uniform area. But what they did not include was, as I stated in the film, the mineral composition of the wall. And that is where the problem lies. If you do not name or state what the mineral composition of the wall is to the person who is doing the paleomagnetic survey, they are going to get incorrect results. And this is absolute proof that the History Channel is lying with their conclusion that the wall is a natural formation, because it says in black and white right here, ladies and gentlemen, that because these wall stones contain so much quartz, quartz actually gives a magnetic signature that goes in a uniform fashion. Let's read this. It says, the author proposes that the presence of earlier crystallization, elevated spotted orientated concentration of magnetic mineral crystalline silt grains and associated remnants is proof of the material's igneous origins and later calcite matrix crystallization. Now, he's still coming from the standpoint that this is somehow natural. But listen, just pay attention to this. He's talking about the paleomagnetic data. He says this is in keeping with paleomagnetic igneous material crystallization and orientation with the Earth's dipole magnetic field. Once Curie point is reached, for each of the respective magnetic grains, the difference noted in this case is the randomness of the fields within the bulk material. Now, right there, he says the randomness of the magnetic field within this material. Now, the History Channel stated that if it was random, then it would have to be a man-made creation, or creation made by someone, maybe not necessarily man, but by somebody. But that was their whole basis. Now let's keep going here. Now it says right there, note he says right there that the magnetic field in the rock wall is random. The concentration of magnetic grains within the bulk material is higher than locally sourced sandstones and could conceivably achieve more supply, as is the occasional remnants hotspot orientations. The molecular domains, I skipped some, the local deeper stratigraphy position sandstones are chiefly non-magnetic. This is a direct analogy to a typical magnetic material prior to magnetization. The molecular domains are chiefly random. There it is again, random, not uniform, as the History Channel stated. When subjected to a low magnetizing force, some of the molecular domains align while others do not, thus creating hot spots within the magnetic material, which is exactly what we are seeing in this case, only at a grain size level instead of a molecular level. Within the bulk stone material, we have a mineral grain that have high magnetic susceptibilities, each of which displays domain alignment at a molecular level within each grain. Now he goes on down here to say that the minerals within the dike stone align with each other and not the Earth's field due to their stronger field strength. However, the mineral silt grain fraction of the bulk stone is chiefly composed of quartz, a diamagnetic material let me see where I left off, I'm sorry. Had to switch arms there. That arm was getting tired. Let me go back. He says, the bulk stone is chiefly composed of quartz, a diamagnetic material that cannot display remnants. The grain encapsulating calcite is also diamagnetic. Most of the magnetic grains were mechanically held apart from one another by the other mineral grain fraction, hence only where localized density separations concentrated the grains within the stone, we do find grain alignment in hot spots. So he says right there that because the majority of the wall is made of chiefly quartz, quartz is a diamagnetic material that cannot display remnants, meaning it cannot display a magnetic signature. So because of that, and because they didn't bother to tell anyone what the wall was made of, they just went and tested some rocks that could have been from anywhere, that they claim were limestone. Didn't bother doing any tests on the wall that they dug up. They instead did it on some rocks that supposedly came from the 76 dig. But we see here from the geology report, it is absolute bunkum, folks. Right there, composed of quartz, a diamagnetic material that cannot display remnants. Because it's quartz in any stone like that is going to have a uniform magnetic signature. But because they didn't bother to tell anyone it was quartz, they can tell anybody anything they want as far as the results of that paleomagnetic survey. And that's it right there, folks, in a nutshell. If you haven't seen Lost Secrets 2, it's on sale now. Get yourself a copy at my website, theglobalreality.com. But there it is. You can also Google Bud Shelton's Rockwall geological report and find this for yourself. Take care.